Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation, and this topic is sex in my marriage is boring. Believe it or not, we get this complaint from men and from women. And from our perspective, it's completely understandable. And let me explain why. And then you will know what you can do. Because there is so much you can do that will not just change your sex life, but it'll change your married life and your life. Hopefully you're already a subscriber. If not, please hit the subscribe button because you're going to get information from us that you don't get anywhere else. We hear that all the time, and I know it's true because I used to be a divorce mediator before I started helping people over 20 years ago. And our information is not based on Western psychology. It's not based on trendy ideas. It's based on the real thing. The real thing is you get married for two primary reasons. And when I say primary, I mean they're way up here, and then all the other reasons are subordinate, and they feed into these primary reasons. Number one is you want to be happy. You want to be happier for the rest of your life. You want to be happier every single day of your life than you were the day before. And that is so possible in marriage. I know the world is so discouraging when it comes to marriage, but it's because of a lack of understanding, and it's no one's fault. We're evolving, and we don't know everything yet, certainly not about marriage. But it's not a trendy thing. Marriage is a very deep spiritual entity. So we get married to be happy. We get married to experience joy, and sex is a bonus. It's icing on the cake, and its real purpose is so that we can connect our hearts. But we don't learn this. What we learn is recreational sex. Where do we learn it? We learn it from sitcoms, we learn it from the movies, and there's sophisticated recreational sex and there's low-grade recreational sex, but it's about sex. It's about physical pleasure. So that takes care of our body, might even take care of some of our emotional needs for a while. But as you've experienced, if you're looking up this topic, it gets boring because the material world is changing all the time. It's transitory. It's not eternal. It's not fulfilling, therefore, at our deepest level. We are souls. We have a body. We have a mind, but we are souls. And so our expectation hidden by the mind is that we will experience unconditional love. If you put sex in that context and you don't worry about whether you're getting off or worry about whether you're being satisfied or having an orgasm, whether you're pleasing your partner or they're pleasing you, but if what you're doing is you're visualizing your heart opening and your heart merging with your soulmate's heart, and you let that love just grow and envelops you, because we're much smaller than love itself. Love is of God. It is beyond our ability to imagine. We can't imagine it. It's boundless. It's infinite. We don't have the mental capacity because our minds are mechanical. And so we don't have the mental capacity to experience love in our imagination. But when we open our hearts, when we do those things that we are supposed to do in order to cultivate the love, which includes sex, then the sex becomes one tool, a small tool, believe it or not, one tool in our tool chest for creating the marriage that we're supposed to have. You're supposed to experience unconditional love in your marriage. You're supposed to actually learn how to love unconditionally, and you're supposed to experience joy. So that brings up another topic. How do you do that? And this, again, it's not taught, it's no one's fault. But you see, the problem is that in society, we don't see ourselves correctly. We're afraid, I'm using the general we, we're afraid to talk about ourselves as being souls. We're afraid to do that. We might offend somebody. Heck with that. It's the truth. You're a soul. When you still the body, when you still the mind, then you will know that within you is this unimaginably beautiful, vast realm of love, of joy, wisdom, peace. This is who you actually are. And when you get married, you're marrying your soulmate so you could cultivate these attributes and experience this day in and day out. It's never boring. It's amazing, in fact. Every day is better. And then, only then, you can't go into this backwards. You have to go into this frontwards, developing, cultivating love and connection. And then, when you use sex, it's being used as a tool for increasing your awareness of this love, not for pleasure. Get that out of your head. Because as long as you're seeking pleasure in sex, and I'm not talking about you have to always be there, but you should, actually. But when you're not seeking pleasure in sex, then that little pleasure that you used to feel, I call it little because compared to the experience of unconditional love, it's nothing. Then it starts becoming very enjoyable too. Also, seek ye first. It says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all else will be added onto you. The kingdom of God is love. That's what it is. You see, it's not religious. This is not a religion. This is about reality, the reality of what marriage is. It's the most incredible entity that you'll ever have. You got to learn how to use it. You got to learn how to control the mind, to master the mind. You got to learn how to cultivate love. And that's why so many people are subscribing to this channel, and you should too. It's very valuable, and you could read our books, and you could take our courses for men or for women, and then you don't have to be wondering what's wrong with us. How come I'm bored with sex in my marriage? Why is it boring? It shouldn't be boring. But it will be unless you understand its role. Do you understand? I'm trying to be very helpful for you now because this is a dilemma that so many couples face, and there's no need. And we don't tell you, well, go get, funny clothes, go fantasy, don't do any of that stuff. It'll dig you deeper into the hole of material expectations. And your expectations should all be spiritual expectations for joy and love. So subscribe to the channel, like this video. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. I used to be a divorce mediator. We're here to serve you, to help you. And if you like what we're doing, then maybe you want to join us as a TMF counselor. That would be awesome, because I'm starting to create a training course, online training course for TMF counselors. Our ways are very different, as you can already see. And we want to build this out, have feet on the ground, and make people aware that their marriage is amazing. You can have it. It's doable. Again, thank you for visiting. I wish you only love, Godspeed, God bless you, and take care. Thank you.